Yes, today we're headed all the way back to 1988 to listen to The Rainbow by English band Talk Talk. This one comes from Spirit of Eden, their fourth studio album, which draws on elements of jazz, ambient, classical, blues, and dub, and is classified as post-rock. The Rainbow is the opening track at over 9 minutes long. Wow. It's a passionate commentary on societal injustice, corruption, exploitation, and the urgent need for change. So excited for this one. I know Talk Talk started out as synthpop. Their earlier work in the early 80s, that's kind of how I know them by. I think even the ones from YouTube that I've discovered. So really interested to see what kind of direction they go in here. I know it's going to be different based on these descriptions. All right, here we go. Very different already. Can't be the same band as It's My Life. So different. The guitar.
Oh yeah, the world's turned upside down.
This is right up there with Radiohead's experimentation, if not more experimental. Wow. It's going to transition, huh? Wow, so this is post-rock. I don't know. It sounded like anti-rock or anti-song to me because it was so extremely different. Almost like I'll call it a 720 done by Talk Talk here from their early work. Nothing like it. Nothing like most songs I hear on the channel. Maybe I've heard something this experimental, this different, but this one was way out there. Wow. At the start, it was slow, very delicate, yet still big and atmospheric in its own way. Very dreamy, that slow motion feel that I often talk about in music. I heard jazz elements for sure. Nothing, too overpowering, just subtle things here. Some of the instruments, some of the musical choices. Wow. Again, so experimental. Blew me away. So different. It's great to see what was happening in the mind of Mark Hollis at this point. I loved that there was mysterious, even unidentifiable sounds and vibes going on. Just made the world he was creating that much more mysterious, that much more foreign, I think I can say. The sounds got quite earthy and primal in certain sections. It almost felt post-apocalyptic, in the landscape, the soundscape that was presented here. So different. We still did get plenty of variety, though, like that surprise groove that kicks in when the piano comes in. Yes, didn't expect the piano. That was amazing. It even kind of got bluesy in a way for me. That was incredible, too. I love the contrast going on between the warm piano, bass, and vocals. And then you have that cold, stark, scratchy guitar, I think. We'll talk about that. What a contrast. But then that guitar, sounded like other things. It sounded like strings for a minute there. Definitely sounded like a harmonica at times. I don't know, but it was so striking, so cold. Again, I was in a highly different and unidentifiable world, but I was still enjoying it. So foreign. And then I remembered the year it was released, and it just hit me. Wow, this 100% does not sound like 1988 at all. The song's either timeless or, In another time and place, probably both. Incredible. Of course, not a typical song structure whatsoever, and for that reason I loved that I couldn't tell what was coming next, what vibe, what instrument, what sounds, what melodies. They can do anything, with the freedom of this type of genre. And towards the end, that scratchy instrument comes back. I thought it was a guitar, but it really, really sounded like a harmonica. I love how they were vibrating the instrument. I don't know. I'll have to do more research and see exactly what that was, how they achieved it. Sounded like a harmonica, how you would play it, but then how would you get such a big sound out of that tiny instrument? So who knows? I'll do more research. It's probably obvious, but it's not yet obvious to me. Some of my favorite parts of the song were those super quiet moments where it was just the piano. Wow, that was amazing as well, but still plenty of direction, plenty of changes, even though it was such a different kind of song. And in those last 30 to 60 seconds, there was such hopelessness, such emptiness in the sound. Wow. It had an aftermath feel. It was calming, but totally like cold, hopeless, no redemption. Leaves you really, really thinking. What a journey. What a different journey this one was. Yeah, super duper different from any talk that I've heard. Therefore, it was kind of jarring, not in a bad way, of course. I still loved it. It's getting the Epic Platinum Record Award. Yes, for The Rainbow by Talk, 1988. And thank you so very much to the amazing Mark Hollis, Lee Harris, Paul Webb, and anyone else involved. I think there was a long list for this album. Wow. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I can't wait for you to let me know what you thought of it. Anyway, you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and as always, I'm wishing you much peace, love, joy, and blessings every single day. I will see you very soon.